Do I sit here?
Okay.
My name is Richard Emery. I am counsel to the Committee to Save Cooper Union. We are in the midst, as we stand here today, of an argument for Justice Nancy Bannon in order to assert the right of students, faculty, and alumni at Cooper Union not to have the fundamental nature of that institution change, namely starting tuition this year. We believe we're going to have a fair hearing. The arguments are going extremely well. The judge is carefully listening and thinking about this. She's got a lot of material to read, and we believe that we will be successful, and we hope that we'll be successful. Tuition has no place at Cooper Union because Peter Cooper himself said very clearly he did not want people to be charged. He wanted anybody who was admitted to Cooper Union to have all the benefits of what he gave Cooper Union and his thinking and this terrific model of an institution unlike any other in the United States to be free to all those who can benefit by it, especially working class people who he was particularly devoted to. Peter Cooper's vision, his ideas, his unique sense of what an institution can be is in peril. These trustees are engaging in what I would call risky business. This is risky business because the tax exemption will go, the culture of Cooper Union will go, and the entire institution will become something Peter Cooper never thought it could possibly be if the trustees are successful, if we fail. So we believe we will not fail. We believe this will win and we will prevail, and we have tremendous amounts of support, not only from you all, but from State Senator Brad Hoylman, who's here today, and we'd love to have you say a few words. He wrote a recent op-ed piece in support of Cooper Union, the Committee to Save Cooper Union and free tuition, and we welcome him. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Richard. I wanted to thank Richard, the attorney, of course, who's done such a terrific job so far. But I really have to thank the students and the Committee to Save Cooper Union. So a round of applause for all of you. You've occupied, you've demonstrated, you've shown your mettle as activists, and somewhere up there I imagine that Peter Cooper is looking down at us smiling. And he's probably with Felix Frankfurter and Thomas Edison. My guess is there's an alumni group up there. And they know what Mr. Emery just said, which is Cooper Union was established on the principle of free tuition for all. And a round of applause for free tuition for all.
Yeah!
The new tuition policy that the trustees are planning jeopardizes Cooper Union on a number of levels. We in the state legislature, and I'm a member of the New York State Senate, I represent the district where Cooper Union is, for the last 100 years have given Cooper Union a property tax exemption. A property tax exemption on the Chrysler building. That's a pretty rich piece of property. And that, as Cooper Union has itself stated, was prefaced on the fact that Cooper Union provides free tuition to its students. So what's at stake here is if the free tuition is scrapped, then we in the legislature have to reconsider, I think, our position in affording a property tax break to Cooper Union. Let's be clear, no other private institution in New York currently receives such a tax break. In fact, Columbia University, you may know this, for over 150 years owned the property under Rockefeller Center. And guess what? They were responsible until they sold it in 1985 for the property taxes. Not only are the property taxes at stake here in this case, but the quality of the student body. I'm concerned that the new trustees policy is going to devalue the education that so many of the students behind me are receiving, and the education that hundreds and hundreds of alumni have received over the years. Cooper Union is not just about access, but it's about excellence. It's about taking the best and the brightest that the country has to offer and giving them, essentially, a 4-year scholarship. Trustees want to change that. That's going to have terrific negative consequences. Negative consequences for the institution, negative consequences for the student body, and negative consequences, I'd argue, for the future of Cooper Union. So I would urge that the trustees reconsider this plan, address the committee, and reassess their proposal to begin charging tuition this fall. I'm so pleased to be here with the committee, so pleased to be here with Mr. Emery, who I admire greatly. You've got a really good lawyer on your side, and we'll keep fighting. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Adrian Ivanovich, an alumnus of Cooper Union and one of the founders of Committee to Save Cooper Union. So first off, I'd like to thank Senator Hoylman for his support and his outspoken advocacy on preserving free tuition and preserving Peter Cooper's legacy, and for standing with us at this rally. So thank you. We would also like to thank Assemblywoman Deborah Glick, who can't be with us today, but has stated the tax benefits that have accrued to Cooper Union are based on maintaining the mandate for free tuition. It is critical to the future access to higher education for deserving students that that commitment be maintained. So personally, when I first heard that they were going to charge tuition at Cooper Union, I was shocked. Cooper Union, said you had been free for over 150 years, and that's what made it special. So I looked into it. I found conflicts of interest, I found promised expense reductions that never took place, mismanaged investments, and lavish spending during a supposed fiscal crisis. For example, an extravagant and excessively expensive new academic building was built without first raising adequate funds for it. The new president of Cooper Union, Jamshid Bharucha, spent $350,000 for an inauguration party, including $50,000 for a celebrity speaker. Then he continued to spend lavishly on furnishings and private security guards, and then millions of dollars for on consultants for a needless reinvention, as it was called. Peter Cooper believed that education should be as free as air and water. In a perversion of this vision, the board and administration is spending money as freely as air and water. They exhibited utter disregard for a working group formed to find a free tuition solution. And then there was a proposal for a huge donation to offset the income from tuition for a year so they could further consider tuition-free solutions. That too was disregarded. That's not my Cooper Union, that's not Peter Cooper's Cooper Union, and that's not our Cooper Union. This Cooper Union has been living beyond its means, and as a result has lost trust among alumni, students, and faculty. We need to investigate these poor financial decisions and uncontrolled spending and demand accountability. Now, without the court intervening, it's only a matter of time before this new leadership erases Cooper Union's identity and history. Please help us save Cooper Union. Thank you. Next, we have Mayor Kleiman, who's
Our heroic petitioner in this case. Loud as you can.
My name is Claire Kleiman. I am an incoming student to Cooper Union. I'm an incoming student to the School of Art, class of 2018. And I'm a resident of East Village. I think we're here today with a great sense of urgency and bearing a great responsibility to fight for a school that has for over 155 years provided a haven for innovators and free thinkers from all over the world. our city. The Cooper Union stands for free education. It stands as an example to the world that money and worth are two separate entities. And as a resident and member of this community, and a future resident of the Cooper community, I want to see Cooper stand. My classmates and I received the Cooper Union's first ever tuition statements in the mail last week. I brought it with me just to show you that it's real and it's tangible, but it's not really powerful. What the students and recent graduates have accomplished is powerful, and this conversation here today is powerful. You can't put a price tag on this. I think this finally is a call to action. I think we can reverse the trustees' course and return to education free of economic research.
My name is Benjamin Deegan. I'm an artist. I studied art at Cooper Union. I worked as a professor in the School of Art at Cooper Union since 2006. And I've been a member of the East Village community for 20 plus years. I want to thank Senator Hoylman for standing with us, and Representative Glick as well for standing with us in the Cooper Union community, in the East Village community, and in the greater New York City community to defend our great institution. Cooper Union is unique in all the world, and it's ours right here in New York City. It's the rarest of places. It's one of the only true meritocracies where you can experience true equality. Women and men of all races and religions, every socioeconomic class, they study and work together. And when you walk through the doors of Cooper Union, it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire's kid or a motherless child. You walk in on equal standing with your peers. You walk in for one reason. You're there on the merit of your hard work. Having been both a student and a teacher in this institution, at the Free Cooper Union, I can personally attest that the kind of learning and teaching experience that you have within an environment of true equality is different than any other learning experience you can have. There are certain things that change when money gets involved, and a little bit of money can change a lot. You can take love, for example. When love is free, it can flourish. It can be true and it can be deep. But when you have to pay for love, it's actually called something different. It's called prostitution. Yeah. And education is much the same way. When education is free, it can be deep and it can be true. And we've seen that at Cooper Union for over 150 years. It's not a transactional experience. Education at Cooper, it's not like buying a luxury watch or getting a fancy car. Education at Cooper Union is not bought and sold. Education at Cooper Union is a collaborative experience. It's an open, free, and equal dialogue. This dialogue at Cooper Union is so precious that we have all invested in it for over 150 years. The Cooper Union community is invested. The New York City community is invested. We've invested our time, we've invested our labor, and we've invested our money, as we've been talking about. Over the past 150 years, hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars of the city's money have gone to Cooper Union, not as a payment, as an investment in a precious, precious asset. And our investment has returned great dividends. For 150 years, Cooper Union has been an educational powerhouse. It's been a center for culture, political and civic dialogue, as well as an engine of invention and creativity here in New York City. For generation after generation, we've invested. Through 2 world wars, depressions, recessions, countless financial circumstances, and not even a few ridiculous fads that have swept higher education, Cooper Union has been maintained as a singular and unique investment. We've all invested way too much. and we've benefited way too much. To allow this investment to be squandered by sloppy, incompetent management and ministerial avarice. We're here to protect our asset today. We're here to claim our right as a community, a right to our asset, to our free Cooper Union. It belongs to all of us, and it belongs to our future generations. We will not stop defending our asset, Free Cooper Union. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Thank